Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me pretty clearly. We're going to test out and see how this mic is doing because I put it on the charger, but I don't know if I charged it long enough. So we're going to see. Okay. So I need y'all to tell me in the event that it ends up going out. All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We're going to have a real conversation tonight. Welcome, welcome. Hi. How you're amazing. Gave me new perspective on some things. All praises to the Most High. Thank you. Anything good that comes from me comes from what the Creator gave me. So thank you. Hi. Come on in, come on in. I need y'all. Hi, Joseph. I need y'all to share this with another amazing woman leader. I need you to share it with her, especially if she identifies as a believer, as a Christian, as a just in general. Yeah. I actually want to ask me for my email. You want to ask me for my email? My email is actually in my bio, if I'm not mistaken. It's in my bio. We're going to have a conversation, and the conversation that we're going to have today, am I ready to take this off the charger? Yes. Perfect. Okay. So, what we're talking about today is why spiritual women are always broke and how to fix it. Yep. Why is it that women who are so spiritual and such believers and so full of faith, why is it that they are broke? Why do they stay broke? And how do you actually fix it? That's what we're talking about today. Okay. So share this with an amazing woman leader that you know so she can get this good information because I don't know if I'm going to share this publicly on YouTube because it's just that good. Okay. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist. And what I do specifically is I support my amazing clients who are women leaders. They're pretty much like results driven women leaders. So they get things done. I mean, they get things done at their 9 to 5 in business with their families. They're like everyone's person. They are the person that solves all the problems. Everyone depends on them. They're the cycle breaker, all of that great stuff. I support the helpers. I support the healers. A lot of your doctors, a lot of your nurses, a lot of your attorneys, a lot of your therapists come to see me and work with me. Okay. So, what I do is that I support them in burning their old identities, which supports them in amplifying their magnetism in order to master their emotions, to get healthier, make more money. And they do all of this by aligning with their feminine energy. And the reason why this is so important is because a lot of the achievements that they've attained, thank you, my love, for these gifts. A lot of the achievements and things that they've done in their life have come from a place of them operating more so in their masculine or working against themselves or just pushing through. And they've gotten to the space where they can no longer push through. Okay. And so I support them in stopping doing that so they can actually align with their feminine design and start magnetizing the things that they want into their life experience. And whatever they magnetize, it gets magnified. So my track record goes just like this. I myself used to be 100 pounds heavier than I am now. I used to be extremely stressed out and burnt out. I now run a 6-figure plus business that I built from the ground up without hustling. I've supported my clients in going from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi 6 figures. And I've supported some clients even going from 0 to 15K in less than 30 days. My clients have truly done the work to build wealth for themselves. If you've ever been on a live with me, then you understand that wealth for me is not, it's not just money. It's not money at all, actually. Okay. Thank you for these gifts. And hi. Wealth actually consists of 5 pillars that I support my clients with. Okay. Shalom, fam. And those five pillars consist of financial resources, emotional fulfillment, time freedom, healthy relationships, growth, and purpose. That when you're talking about building generational wealth, we're pouring into all five of those buckets. Because just to leave your baby some money without giving them the wisdom on how to do relationship in a healthy way so they don't trick off the money to somebody because they don't understand relationships and they get got by a narcissist or they get got by somebody that snatches everything that you have worked hard for, it's very important to make sure that they understand the importance of emotional fulfillment. It's very important that they understand the importance of that healthy relationships build wealth and toxic relationships are bad for your health. It's really important for them to understand to own their time so they won't have to submit to a corporate master. Okay? It's extremely important that they understand the importance of growth and purpose. So when we're talking about building generational wealth for our future, that's what we're speaking on. We're not just talking about no life insurance policy. That doesn't make sense. Money is not our issue. Okay. Money has never been our issue as a people. If I'm just going to be honest with you, now I'm going to talk to us for a second. Money has never been our issue as a people. We are extremely creative. We are innovative. We are the innovative. Like everything is derived from, everything is a mimic from the original. Okay. The problem has always been your mindset and your inability to capture your thoughts and get in alignment with who you truly are. That's the issue at hand. The issue is never the money. You've made a multitude of money over your lifespan. Your investments tell on you. The things you invest in tell on you. So money has never been our issue. So why is it that spiritual women continue to stay broke? Why is that? We're going to talk about that today, okay? For those, again, who are joining, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist, and I support my amazing clients who are women leaders, results-driven women leaders who tend to get everything done, your cycle breakers, the one who does everything for everyone, that particular woman. I support her in burning that old identity of being the people pleaser in your life. I stop her from being that, actually. I support her in amplifying her magnetism and mastering her emotions enough so she can start telling y'all no. Okay, so I support her in the space of becoming so amplified within herself that she makes more money, she gets healthier. Okay, and because of all of this, she lives a life that she desires. Okay. A lot of women are not living a life that they desire, especially women who say that they are spiritual. So, again, we're talking about why spiritual women stay broke and how we're going to fix it. Okay. How to fix it. So, go ahead and share this with an amazing woman. If she identifies herself as being a believer, if she identifies herself as being a woman that is extremely spiritual, but her pockets don't seem to match up, go ahead and send her this live so we can have this conversation. Okay. Because that don't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So let's go ahead and get real. Too many spiritually gifted, heart-centered women are truly struggling financially. Um, while the less aligned, the less talented, and even the less of what some people would say are deserving seem to get ahead all the time. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and likes. Why is that? Why is it that the scammers seem to get ahead of the selected ones? Why does it seem like the people who operate in chaos seem to ascend and go up? Okay. Why does that seem like that keeps happening for them, but nothing seems to happen for you? Why is that? Let me tell you a couple of reasons why, and then I'm going to elaborate on these a little bit deeper. The truth is, it's because your faith without aligned action keeps you stagnant. You swear you believe, but you don't do nothing. Because your prayer without strategy leaves you waiting instead of creating. I'm tired of y'all lying, saying y'all waiting on God to tell you something when the Most High has already told you and showed you. It's because you've been taught that money and spirituality can't coexist. When in reality, wealth is in divine inheritance. When have you ever seen the righteous forsaken for real or begging for bread? When have you seen it happen? If you study the generations of people who were in obedience and who were in alignment, Even when we got out of alignment, you can really, when did they go without? Really? So why are you allowing society to position you to freak out as if you are going to go without? If you are actually in alignment and if you are actually on the righteous path in alignment for you, then why is it that, why do you lack resources? That doesn't make sense. The Most High takes care of the Most High's children. So what is actually happening here? In this live, I'm going to break down to you the hidden and spiritual nervous system blocks that's keeping you financially stuck. I'm going to break down for you spiritual queens, who just are doing all these great things, but nothing seems to be happening. Why hard work is not the key to wealth, but actual alignment is. Y'all can no longer spiritually bypass and fake the funk. Y'all going to have to get spiritually rooted for real. You're going to get exposed if you don't. You're going to get exposed if you don't. We're living in the year of 9, which is scripturally, it means judgment. Scripturally, it means completeness. It means finality. You're going to be exposed if you're not really who you say you are. You might want to get in alignment, my love. You might want to go and get on that. Okay? We're going to talk about how to shift from survival mode to sustainable success as well. Okay? Because if you are a woman who is really spiritually rooted and spiritually grounded, you should not be broke. You shouldn't be. It does not make any sense. It's literally an oxymoron. When Eve got here, she didn't ask where the lights was at. She didn't ask where was the food. She didn't ask what are we going to do? Is everything set up? What's missing? She got here and everything was taken care of. And the fact that you think that you would get any less form of treatment is diabolical. It ain't even delusional. It's diabolical. For you to think so low of yourself that you wouldn't be provided for, make it make sense. Especially those of you who claim or say that the Most High called you to go into business and then you claim you have no money in your business. One thing about the Most High giving you a vision, there is provision in that vision, beloved. That's what you better know. There's always provision in the vision. Always. That's why you're told to write the vision down and make it plain. This is why it tells you also without a vision the people will perish. See, all of these things, they align. So you're going to have to make it make sense. Why spiritual women are always broke. Okay? Or why they'll stay broke. This is how we going to fix that. Spiritual women should be the wealthiest women in the entire world. Point blank, period. The end. And truthfully, what you will see happening in the demise of celebrity culture, you will see the rise of people who are truly in alignment, spiritually rooted, and they will be able to speak on things and know things, and their gifts will be so amazing and so true and so authentic that not even AI can touch that. Because let me tell you something, baby. What is AI to the Almighty, the one who created everything? Let's get into it. I don't care what kind of system, and I love AI. I think it's going to do what it's supposed to do. But in reality, what is AI to the creator of all things? And when you are in tune with creator of all things, you don't outsource your creativity by using AI to think. And that's what a lot of people are doing. If you were this, tell me this. If you were my best friend in the whole wide world, tell me this. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You have all the answers on the inside of you. You want to outsource everything. You don't want to go with you don't want to get through it for real. You don't. You don't want to get through it for real. You don't want out of your scenario and your situation because the only way out is through. And it ain't through Chat GTP. It's going to be through you. See, y'all ain't going to be able to do that. Spiritual women should literally be the wealthiest women on earth. On earth. Here's the issue at hand. Okay? The reason isn't lack of talent. The reason isn't lack of intelligence or even work ethic. It's like none of those things. What it really is that a lot of women who say that they are believers that are not making the type of money or, elevating in business, a lot of them have been conditioned to believe that money is separate from God. Okay. Which, and I know people get confused when you hear, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay. What you have to understand, what that verse is actually telling you, is that when you love money, you are willing to exhaust yourself for it. You are willing to compromise your ethics for it. You are willing to do anything to be able to have it. People who do that do not understand that they are made of money. Money itself, the dollar, if you have $100 bill in your purse, in your pocket, is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. You can go look this up on Google. Okay. The dollar has not had any true backing value since like the early 60s, late 60s, early 70s, something like that. One of the presidents has knocked the gold standard. I can't remember which one, but it has not had any real value. So the only value that that dollar has in your person, in your pocket, is the one that society trained you to have. Because guess what? And you want to know how you going to find out that's for real? When the dollar crashes. See, when the dollar crashes, thank you, said Nixon. When the dollar crashes, then when you try to go use it and it don't work, you're going to understand that it ain't nothing but a piece of paper. But see, you need to wake up and realize that it's nothing but a piece of paper now. And the real value is in you. Because if you don't show up to your 9 to 5, if you don't show up to these corporations and companies, if all of you decided not to go to work, guess what? That company is going to lose value because you are the value that creates the paper, but you worship in the paper. And that's why it tells you in scripture, for the love of money is the root of all evil, beloved. Money itself is not right or wrong. Money itself is an energetic exchange. I told you and I've explained, money locks in with value, high vibrational states, and alignment. So if you're not getting money, one of those three elements is out of order. One of those three elements is out of order. Hey, my love. Okay. So a lot of women have been conditioned to believe that money is completely separate from the Most High. Okay. The second aspect of this is this. A lot of women who claim to be spiritual, claim to be believers that find themselves staying broke is because they struggle. Okay? They think struggle is a virtue. And that they think that suffering is proof of their devotion. That's why y'all do that in relationships. See, y'all been trained in buildings. Y'all ain't been trained by the church. See, y'all been trained by people in the building that literally is telling you that every outcome and everything about your life has to be a struggle. And the only way for you to be successful is for you to have a struggle first. And when you hear people talk, they always saying things like, oh, I know my breakthrough is on the other side because I'm just struggling so much and so much is going on. One of my really good friends says that we as a community have a struggle kink. We have to go through something in order to believe that we deserve something. We deserve a thing. Okay? And that's terrible. That's terrible. I know that's right, on me to own the money. That's terrible to have that mindset. Because here's the thing. The only reason that the people struggled and they spent that much time in the wilderness is because they didn't listen. Dun 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 dun. They didn't have to struggle. They didn't have to the majority of their lineage didn't have to leave here. They could have all made it to the promised land, but they wouldn't listen. They was hard headed. They were stuck in their ways. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. They thought that they knew better. And it cost them years and cost a lot of them their life. So the thing is, struggle ain't no virtue. You ain't finna get upstairs and the Most High finna look at you and say, welcome, you hustling, hard working. You ain't finna get none of that. Did you do what I told you to do? Did you complete your assignment? Ain't nobody checking for your hard ain't nobody checking for your hard work but your ego and them people you trying to impress. Hello. Ain't nobody checking for your hard work, baby. But your ego and them folks you trying to impress that don't care about you, no way. How about that? Another reason why spiritual women stay broke, okay? They operate in survival mode, reacting instead of creating. And see, this is where we make the fatal mistake. Because you are in a mind frame of struggle, because you believe that money is separate from God, you are in a space where you're chasing money. So you start doing everything to get money. And then you do it in the name of calling yourself a entrepreneur that just is all over the place. I just do a bunch of things. No, you're just not in order. You're just not in order, baby. You were not created to come here, work, and exhaust yourself, pay bills to oblivion until you die. That was not your portion. But yet you've allowed society to trick you into believing that that is your only reality. So you start chasing things. You start doing odd jobs. You start doing things like getting all out of purpose. This what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be on this position right here. You're supposed to be on this path. But because you looking over here and you thinking that this person is getting that type of money, so now you mimicking them. So now you trying to mirror them. So now you finna cast a spell on your own self. Because now you are out of alignment with self, trying to mimic what somebody else is doing because you think this ain't gonna work. You lack faith, you lack belief, and that's why you really struggle. And so you in survival mode, you chasing money, you doing odd jobs. Baby, one minute you're folding arms doing taxes, the next minute you do hair, the second time around you a consultant, the next minute you a loctician. Baby, what is the tea? What is the tea? What is the tea? Nah, I'm a spiritual being and have never been broke. Retired a few years at 50, living my best life. Well, blessings to you. As well as I am a spiritual being and doing extremely well, but a lot of us are not, and we are claiming this title. So this who this for? The ones who want to, who really want to get it going. Because a lot of us don't have it. We don't. So you are here chasing and doing all of this stuff instead of creating in the lane that you were designed to create in. So you doing everything else, but what you supposed to be doing. And then you want to be crying out talking about something. You don't know why you started this business and God told you. Y'all need to stop relying on the most high. Y'all don't stay in line. And y'all know how we do. You get one strategy and it actually works for you and you get anxiety. So you think you need to change it and you start doing all these other things that other people telling you to do. Now you off the path. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing what you think you're supposed to be doing. Now you out of alignment. Now you're trying to figure out why you sick. Now you're trying to figure out why you tired. Why you trying to figure out now you're trying to figure out why you hate your business and you hate your life. You out of alignment. And balance is never comfortable. You're never going to be able to be stable in that. Another reason that a lot of women who are spiritual and operating in the form of business, right? How they are staying broke is because they're waiting for a sign instead of realizing that they are the sign. The fact that you don't understand that you are a solution to someone's problem, the fact that you don't understand that you making it to this earth means that you have an assignment. And how, and not understanding how important it is for you to get in alignment with that. You waiting on a sign. Y'all out here looking for numbers. Y'all looking for external forces to be your source. This is a problem. This is a problem. Oh, I read this today. Put this in chat today. It must be a sign. It's not a sign. It is not a sign. It is not a sign, baby. Y'all please don't piss me off with this. Please, we got to stop doing this. You waiting on a sign? Okay. Okay. You are the sign. You are the sign. Your very existence is the sign, but because you don't understand the value of your essence, you don't know how to use it to elevate, to exalt. Like, come on now. Come on. Here's the truth. The wealth isn't reserved for the loudest or the most forceful or the one playing by the world's rules. Okay. Wealth flows to those who are in full alignment, okay, with their energy, their purpose, and their power. Let me tell y'all, let me give you a cheat code. Do you really want to know how you can beat these systems? There's only one way. I don't care what nobody else tell you, and you could take it to the bank. That's how strong I feel about it. Okay? The only way to beat these systems, even the racial systems, all these different things, you trying to play a race card in a spiritual fight. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You are not dealing with human beings here at a higher level. You are dealing with, there is a puppet master. And the things that you see in front of you, the individuals that you see in front of you, the kings that you see in front of you are puppets. And you are getting too caught up in the puppet show. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're getting too caught up in the puppet show, and you are playing a card in a spiritual fight. And you're not equipped. And that's why you are so emotional and you lack strategy, and there is no collective action that can take place because there is no strategy, because you're trying to fight. You bringing a knife to a gunfight. You are not dealing with people here. You are dealing with agendas here. You are dealing with principalities here. You are dealing with forces at work that you do not see here. And y'all getting emotional. But when you know who you are and you understand your essence, and most importantly, you understand what's truly in your spiritual DNA, that is how you outsmart the system. You are working against principalities. The only way to outsmart the system is to be spiritually rooted and grounded, because they can't figure you out when you don't submit to their systems, and you don't need their structures, and you won't be a slave for them. They seek you. They seek you because they see your influence, and they want to try to get you to use your influence to come across and get their agenda out. But it's up to you to stay the course. But you got to know who you are. You have to know who you are. And see, out of your beliefs comes security and insecurity, which is why spiritual groundedness and rootedness is vital in this season. Because if you don't know who you are, they're going to tell you who you are, and you will continue to be a spiritual, mental, and emotional slave to their systems until you get sick, and then they'll serve you a solution that's really going to pacify your symptoms until you feel. Please don't piss me off. How can you trust a system that consistently lies to you? The only way that you can beat them, you can't fight them, you can't beat them. And if we want to get real with it, really don't piss me off. Because if we really got into some real race stuff, we ain't got enough ammo. See, we don't got enough ammo for the talk y'all talking. And we don't have enough physical ammo to go up. But see, if you're rooted and grounded, you got spiritual ammo, and that's the ammo you need. Do you realize that Harriet Tubman, when she used to fall out, the Most High used to give her visions? That's how she knew where to go. See, she was spiritually rooted and grounded. Do you understand? Do you understand? Are you spiritually rooted and grounded? Are your gifts heightening in this season so you know what the next move is? Baby, she would fall out, and they would have to wait on her until she woke up. You understand? They had to wait until she woke up, because without a vision, the people would have perished. You understand? Y'all have got to get yourselves together. You cannot be out here representing the one that created you, talking about you're broke. You're disconnected from your core. The corporate system was set up for people who have no connection to their spiritual core, because they need a master. They need an earthly master. So what you doing? Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Why did the police just knock on my door trying to distract me from the mess? That's not funny. But wait, time out. What you say? Are you good? That's the first thing. We don't want these folks knocking on the door now. I get a little nervous. They start knocking on doors. So let us know you good now before I continue. Cause hold tight. Oh, okay, wrong building. Praise God. Okay, send them to the right one and let everybody. Okay. All right. Like I said, wealth flows to those who are in alignment with their energy, their purpose, and their power. Okay. So let me go ahead and break this down for you real quick. I'm going to talk about the hidden spiritual and nervous system blocks that are keeping you stagnant. If you are a woman who is saying that I'm a spiritual woman, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing this in business. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into these blocks that's probably going on. All right. So number one, the first thing you need to understand is that money is energy. Okay. Success is alignment though. Catch that. Catch that. Money is energy. Success is alignment. That ain't the same thing. Okay? It's not the same thing. I just want you to catch that. All right? If your nervous system is dysregulated, so is your money. So is your money. If you are in fight or flight all the time, you are not going to be able to receive. Energetically, you are not a match for money. Okay? If your body is wired for struggle, okay, struggle will always be your reality. If you've tied your worth to how hard you work, then you will subconsciously block ease and flow. You program yourself to believe that you are not worthy of something unless you work hard for it. Remember that you need to work twice as hard. How many of y'all still saying that? Because that's a lot of our training. Because a lot of us were raised by boomers, and that was their fight. Their fight was they had to work twice as hard to be accepted, to be approved. And a lot of that came from them not knowing who they were. When you don't understand your value, you look to be validated by other people. And if you leave yourself to be validated by other people, then you position yourself to be crippled by their criticisms, or you get caught up in their compliments. And either way, when they cancel you, there's chaos happening within yourself. See, cancel culture, don't get me started. Anyway, your beliefs about money are rooted in fear, guilt, or obligation. If that's the case, you're going to always repel money. Money is repelled by worship. Free game. Money is repelled by worship. And let me put you on game of what I mean by that. To worship, right? To fear something. When you look at it in the Strong's Concordance and you hear people say fear God, what it's actually saying is to reverence, to respect, and to worship. That is what fear means: to reverence, to respect, and to worship when we're talking about the Creator, right? So when you're operating from a space of fear, I don't have money, you are worshiping, respecting, and revering the fact that you don't have money. Okay? That's the energy behind that. So when you start worshiping money, money is not attracted to you because money does not want you to worship it. Because believe it or not, money obeys the Most High. See, it is another that's why it seems like when something happens in your life and somebody just call you and drop something off to you, and it's exactly the amount of something that you needed, that was a command to come straight from you. That person didn't even know why they did that. It's a command though. And it was done. See, money obeys. And money is not interested in your worship. Money is not interested in your praise. Money is not asking for that. If you fear or you worship money, or you have guilt around money, okay? Or obligation around money, money is not going to be attracted to you. Monetary opportunities are not good for people who feel guilty. If you are operating from a space of guilt, because a lot of people, let me tell you what happens to the one that make it, the cycle breaker. See, they come out and they start feeling guilty. All praises to the Most High. You start feeling guilty because you're the one in your family who made it. There's such a thing as, it's kind of like survivor's remorse, but it's like success remorse. You feel bad because you're the one in your family who made it. So you trick off all your money to your family. You the Terry of your family from Soul Food. See, that's what she did. She tricked, and let me tell you, and y'all, did y'all notice? Because I talk about this here and there about Terry, Po Terry, but it really ain't Po Terry though. It really ain't Po Terry. It really wasn't Po Terry though. Terry did that to herself. Terry was trying to find her identity in paying for everything. She was paying for a Big Mama house. She was paying for everything. She was getting Bird dude out of jail. She was making all the money in a marriage. She just and she kept getting the short end of the stick. She let her own family trick her into letting her cousin in her house when they knew her cousin was going, was basically a Little Caesars pizza, hot and ready. She let these folks trick her into bringing some hot and ready in her house and not expecting that the hot and ready was going to get taken care of. She let these folks trick her into keep funding things and helping them, and they still did not appreciate her. Y'all don't understand that a whole Messiah came here to the earth to die for folks. They don't even like the Messiah. So if they're not liking someone who would put their life on the line for them, then why are you spending your time trying to please people? People pleasing is actually a spiritual violation anyway, because you can't please man and please God. And the thing about trying to please people is that people are never pleased. We are insatiable, my love. Do you understand that? We always want more. He's not doing enough. I want this. It's not enough money. It was enough money 6 months ago. Nah, not enough money. He was good 6 months ago. Nah, he ain't no good. Is it really that it's no good, or did you not know what you wanted before you got into these scenarios? Let's talk about that. If there are feelings of fear, guilt, and obligation around money, your money's never coming to you. You're not going to be attractive to money because that money is not in alignment with that. And I told you, money will lock into a good relationship with you when you are in alignment, when there is value present, okay, and when there is a high vibrational state. Yes, shame and guilt are low vibrational states, and you can only destroy in low vibrational states, which further confirms the verse, John 10:10. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but here's the gotcha. Yeah, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but how about you, your own enemy? You're your own enemy. You steal your own joy, you kill your own confidence, and that is why you self-destruct, beloved. You are your own enemy. See, that's the goal of the enemy, to make you your own enemy so you hate yourself, so you self-destruct. You don't get it? You didn't catch that tea? Have a sip. Okay? Like I said, if your beliefs around money are centered in fear, guilt, obligation, you're going to always repel it. So if you're doing things like, I don't want to be, if you're saying things like, I don't want to be materialistic, meanwhile, you still stressed out about bills. That's what that's materialistic, little baby. That's materialistic. Because again, when have you seen the righteous forsaken? When? I don't want to be materialistic, but you're worried about materials. Bills are okay. Huh? I mean, hey, just letting you know. If you are saying things like, I just need enough to get by, meanwhile, your dreams require overflow. But you over here say, I just want to make 100. This what y'all be doing right here. I just want to make $100,000. I just want to get to six figures. I just want to make $100,000. And when you cap out at $100,000 and you realize that $100,000 ain't hitting like it was hitting in 2020. When you realize $100,000 in 2025 ain't the same thing, and you realize that you have limited yourself by saying that you only want $100,000. Let me tell you the one thing that you can learn from the lady in Afghanistan, because I am living watching this thing. When she says things, when she says she want that money, she say, I want that or more. The one thing you need to grasp for that is that she be like, or more. I want 2,000 a week or more. Or more. Why are you limiting yourself at such a low state? Who told you to put limits on yourself? Who told you that? Who told you that? I'm just saying. Baby, she was hitting or more. I need 20,000. Baby, she said I need land. 20,000 or more. When she said or more, I said yes. Or more? Because what do you mean? Why would I limit myself to this 20? And baby, and here's the funny part that's not funny, but funny. Do you know that there were men who were asking for her hand in marriage, baby? It was one man specifically said, I have $50,000 for her and I just built a house. Baby, let me tell you something. If you don't be yourself and if you don't ask for what you want, if you don't start limiting yourself by saying, I just want this, you don't know what the Most High has for you. Okay? You don't know what the Most High has for you. So why are you limiting yourself? I know why you're limiting yourself. The reason why you say you want $100,000 because society told you that $100,000 was where you need to be. They still lying to y'all, and you still under the spell. You still under the spell of believing them while they playing in your face. I just need $100,000, child. Why are you asking for $100,000 when under the current administration they telling y'all to y'all face that you need at least 385, and you talking about 100,000? Oh, okay. You want to limit yourself to that, or you don't believe that you can hit 385? You don't believe that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, that companies will literally give you $100,000 contract for a skill set that you have, that you naturally have, but because you lack belief and because you're not tapped into it, that gift can't make room for you. So you stay at that $50,000 job, complaining and crying. Crazy work. What did they say about 385? $385,000. Okay, is the amount of money, at least over 350, is what a lot of people need to make if they are not going to be looking at these tax cuts and all these other different things that they're talking about. So when me saying 385, if you are saying that you are limiting yourself to only $100,000, which they're going to tax the mess out of that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So when I tell you, but here's the thing, there's no reason for people to get alarmed at that number. The reason why you get alarmed at that number is because you believe that you can't make that. The reason you get alarmed at that number is because you believe that you don't have a skill set that 35 people or 35 companies would pay you $10,000 for, and you would have that 350. See, that's how my mind works. But that's because I put people in position like that. I took one of my clients who was charging $250 for a service for 4 hours and said, "Man, no, we finna flip that." And she turned around and guess what? She had offers up to $15,000 in less than 30 days. Your mindset is the problem. The money is always there. And scared money don't make no money. And y'all too scary because you are faithless. That is the truth. Belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way that you behave. And you are behaving like a scared person because you don't believe. And that's your problem. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. That's your problem. The money is never the problem. Never the problem. Never the problem. It's always some. When you understand your value, people come looking for you. Man, listen. And I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've experienced. And I'm telling you what I have supported my clients through. It's not a joke. It's not a game. Your belief is the issue. Your belief is the issue. You believe that the Most High left all the gifts only to the Proverbs 31 woman? You think she was the only woman that could get in alignment and be living fly and living the dream and be living in ease and have her stuff together? No, her belief was together. She knew where her help came from. Of course, it was easy for her to be a delight because she was spiritually secure. And out of your beliefs comes security or insecurity. I don't care if I go to zero. I don't care if they drop the dollar today. The Most High gonna always have me. And the reason why I know that is because I understand Proverbs 8 and 12. I have creative and witty inventions in my very being. Broke is a mindset. I'm not finna be broke. I have the almighty intelligence on the inside of me. What do you mean you're not a creative? What do you mean you just have to submit to these systems? No, you submit to your belief. That's what they told you. That's what they sold you, actually. That's what they sold you. They sold you a dream and then start taxing on your soul. That's what they do, though. And you left corporate because God told you to build this business. And now you ain't got no money. And you out here crying, talking about something. You don't know why you did this. You feel like you made a mistake. No, you ain't. No. Your belief ain't together, baby. That's what it is. Their belief ain't right. If you are out here saying things like, if God wants me to have it, he'll give it to me. Meanwhile, the Most High has already given you the vision and he's waiting on you to move. Little miss, I don't obey the law of assumption. Little miss, I don't obey. Faith without works is dead. So you don't move your feet. I'm just waiting on God. Y'all love to do that when it come down to relationships and marriage, because I don't know how y'all think somebody finna come knock on y'all door. You think somebody gonna come knock on your door and be like, will you marry me? Hey, best friend girl. My best friend entered the chat. You think that's what we doing? You just somebody just gonna come pay you. You don't have to show up. Somebody just gonna come marry you. You don't have to position yourself. Y'all need to make it make sense. If God want me to have it, he gonna give it to me. Child, you ain't gonna get it because you won't move your feet. The Most High told you the treasure is over in the corner. You won't even get up. You cannot manifest wealth while holding on to beliefs that reject it. That was for somebody. You ain't gonna be able to manifest wealth while holding on to the beliefs that reject it. Doesn't work that way. The Most High created this thing called a universe. The universe is an algorithm. It's the greatest algorithm of all time. It is actually the algorithm that every other algorithm is trying to mimic, including the social media algorithm. It is the largest responder. It responds energetically to your thoughts, to your emotions, to your actions. And whatever you sow into that, you're going to reap, because the law of sowing and reaping is a boomerang that never misses. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you wondering why you keep attracting liars, it's because you lied to yourself. You said you was going to start working out and you ain't do it. Nobody will commit to you because you won't commit to your own self. Nobody, no, the man don't have a plan for you and he won't plan dates because without a vision will perish. But that reflects you because you don't have a vision for your life and how you dating. So you end up in situationships all the time and with people who really don't want you. And then you blame it on narcissism when really you're out of alignment. Okay. Why hard work isn't the key, but alignment is. Let's get into it. Most spiritual women are grinding instead of alignment. Okay. Y'all are grinding instead of aligning. And let's be honest, you're tired. I'm tired too. I'm tired of seeing y'all doing this. Okay. I'm tired too. So don't worry. We all tired. I'm tired of seeing y'all do that. So I know you're tired of grinding instead of actually being in alignment. I know you're tired of that. It's very evident. We can see it. Okay? We can see it. Here's what you have to understand. The hustle is going to keep you in burnout. Alignment keeps you in flow. Chasing is going to keep you exhausted. Magnetism is going to bring wealth to you. Overgiving is going to keep you drained. Receiving is going to keep you in your power. If you think working harder is the answer, wouldn't you be rich already? Where your money at? Where is it? You, okay. Instead of working harder, you need to try to work in your divine rhythm. How about that? I think that would be so much better for you. It really would. Okay? Just get in your divine rhythm. It's so much better. This is how you're going to shift from survival mode to sustainable success in 2025 and beyond, okay? Because we're not going to keep saying that we're believers and, we're spiritual and God is doing everything and all of these things. And our life is not reflecting that. That's why people don't really believe in the Most High. I ain't going to lie to you. They don't believe in your God because they're looking at your life. Hello? They don't believe your God because if your life serves as evidence of your God's work, they don't want it. And y'all be out here saying, don't say swear to God, don't say GD, when really that commandment that says do not take the Most High's name in vain is actually talking about don't misrepresent him. How about that? And if your life is a misrepresentation, you in disobedience. Being out here broke and talking about how you just, God is it's an oxymoron. They don't want your broke God. Why would they want that? Why would they want that? And most importantly, where is the evidence in scripture that backs up that? Because everything you get from me is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. How about that? How to shift from survival mode to sustainable success. You don't need another hustle strategy, ladies. The hustle is dead. And honestly, it's causing a lot of us to have autoimmune diseases. It's killing us. So it's dead and it's killing us. And as women, we only have two choices. We either gonna get bitter or we gonna get better as we age. Choose your character. Choose your position. Okay? So you don't need another hustle strategy. You need a wealth aligned framework that rebuilds your spiritual foundation. No more fear-based beliefs keeping you small. Okay? You need to align with your natural rhythms because you need to have success without burnout. And when I say you need to align with your natural rhythms, you need to align with both your sun and your moon clock. Okay? If you don't know, you have a moon clock. This is your cycle clock. This is your lunar clock. You have a sun clock and a moon clock. The sun clock is a circadian clock. That's a 24-hour reset. Us and men have that. Okay. This is how is y'all get frustrated with men and be like, how you don't know what happened yesterday? I told you this. Men have a reset. They have a 24-hour clock, their circadian clock. When they get up and they get into their reset, it's like they are different, going into a new set. We have a sun and a moon clock. So we have the moon clock, which is the four phases of our menstrual cycle: menstrual, follicular, luteal, and ovulation. Okay. When you understand those phases and understand what you need to eat during those phases, when you understand that you need to get in alignment with those phases, because when you do that, it enhances the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the ovaries during a certain time where your creativity sparks up like this. And you can use that energy to make money. That is how I teach women to make a lot of money, by getting in alignment with their energetic rhythm. You need to know when your brain is the sharpest. Thank you so much, Mel. You need to know when your brain is the sharpest. You need to know when you need to rest. You literally are 4 different women in a month. You're not moody. You're just not in alignment with your menstrual cycle. You're not in alignment with your natural rhythm. And that is why you have hormonal imbalance. That is why you're hormonally imbalanced. And this is coming from someone who had hormonal imbalance issues for 21 years, where I had an irregular cycle for 21 years when nobody was talking about polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was being diagnosed with it at 20 years old in 2004 when nobody was talking about it. And they were telling me all these things about me and how I wasn't going to be able to do this and how I wasn't going to be able to do all that. And baby, I listened to the Most High and what the Most High told me to do, and I did what I needed to do for 6 months. And guess what? The Most High, ever since, my cycle has been coming consistently for the last 8 years. For after a 21-year irregular period, since I was 11 years old when I got it, I was already imbalanced. Because guess what? In the womb, your baby is sitting, and we are sitting in a circle of water. Water holds memory. Water vibrates. That baby picks up all the vibrations. So if the mother is stressed, the baby comes into the world with some stress. If the baby comes into the world and the environment is stressed, then the child picks up on the vibration of the environment being stressed, and it causes illness. It can stunt different things within the body. And if you are adding piss poor foods like hot chips on top of that, your baby is going to be hormonally imbalanced. So of course she's getting her period when she's 9. Of course she's getting it when she's 8. Of course it's irregular. Okay? Because she is stressed. She's been stressed since she got in your stomach. See, this is why, again, when you are choosing to live a life where you want to bring life, you need to be making sure that there is a plan for your aftercare when you have birth. There is a plan for your nutrition after birth. There is a plan for pregnancy, pre-pregnancy, during the pregnancy, post. It needs to be full-fledged care going on. When you choosing a mate, you ain't choosing out of love. You protecting your lineage. You need to stop and think before you perverse your lineage with the decisions that you are making. Because you are responsible for what goes into that baby. And we need to think. We need to live in reality. Love. Don't even get me started. Because it ain't paying no bills, and the Most High ain't. Baby, if you even go look at biblical marriages, I just want y'all to go and really look and see, was it fairy tale love that was getting these people to be married? Because it wasn't. Baby, Jacob had to work 14 years before he got old girl. 1-4. Y'all won't even make these folks work 14 days for. Let me go to this next one. You need to align with your natural rhythms because you need the success without burnout. Okay. The third aspect of this, okay, is that you need to learn how to master your nervous system so wealth becomes your baseline. Okay. So you need to rebuild your spiritual foundation. You need to align with your natural rhythms, and you need to master your nervous system. That is how you're going to create sustainable success. That is how you're going to achieve wealth alchemy. Wealth alchemy is you taking your natural energy, your emotional energy, and your creative energy, and you creating something that allows you to position yourself for success in a sustainable way that you can keep going, because that is what you're going to need going forward. By 2027, they are saying statistically that most people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship. What skills do you have? Don't piss me off talking about no degrees. You see how they played us with these degrees, and I'm degreed up, baby. Bachelor's, master's, and I had some doctoral work. Don't play. What are your skills? What are your skills? Okay? You need to rebuild your spiritual foundation, align with your natural rhythms, and you need to master your nervous system. If you don't know how to do these things, I have a guide in my bio that teaches you how to do them. I teach you how to rebuild your spiritual foundation. I teach you how to align with your natural rhythms so that you can make money, so that you can get healthy. Because let me tell you something, y'all better get y'all health together and stop depending on these hospitals. Y'all know how many hospitals didn't close last year. Y'all better get yourself together with these health. Don't y'all see how these insurance companies denying surgeries? You better figure out. You better get back to yourself. Because what you gonna do if they ever turn these lights off and you can't get nowhere and there's an emergency? Let me tell you something. This ain't no drill. This ain't no drill. This is not a drill. And I've been warning a lot of y'all for 2 years, and a lot of the stuff that I've been telling y'all, you've been seeing that has been happening. I'm not just telling you stuff. It's called the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success. The courses that you're going to get in there are the following. The Deconstruct and Refill Your Cup Masterclass is going to help you rebuild that spiritual foundation. If you have been serving the Most High from a place of fear and obligation instead of real relationship, you need to uproot that, because you can't be in relationship with somebody you're scared of. And you can't be in relationship with somebody you feel like, I gotta do this. You ain't going to do it to the fullest of your heart, and it's not going to flourish, and the relationship is not going to expand. You're not going to really feel it. You're not really going to be rooted in it. And you got to be real with yourself. A lot of us were raised to only do right by God because we were scared to go to hell. Like, that's just what the truth is. So the thing about it is, if we're not in that space, you can't serve or you can't honor someone that you are afraid of and you feel like it's your duty to do this. You got to be for real. It has to be genuine. So you have to start from the bottom of the map. So we're going to get in the first thing in that course is Deconstruct and Refill Your Cup Masterclass. The second course that's in there is the Magnetism Reset Masterclass. The Magnetism Reset Masterclass is where you're going to learn about the 4 phases of your cycle so you can get yourself in sync as a woman. I'm also teaching you in that course how to set your rhythm and how to reset your rhythm for the next 30 days. This is you getting your body in alignment. When you start operating according to the 4 phases of your cycle, your mood will change. You will be more emotionally regulated. You will see the difference in your cycle. You will learn how to eat. What if you're on birth control because of hormonal issues? So let me put you, I'm going to say something on that. Hold that for me, because I'm going to answer that for you, because I've been there. But let me finish telling this last part that's in the thing, and I'm going to come back to that. So in that course, you're going to learn how to get in alignment with your cycle. You're going to learn what it is that you need to be eating during the phases of your cycle so that you can support yourself and actually be in the best energy. Okay. A lot of us think that we are moody. A lot of us think that we have PMS. That's not really the case. You're just not in alignment with the 4 phases of your cycle. You don't understand yourself. They didn't teach us this. But they use your energy cycles in corporate America, which is why they hire women the way that they do, because they understand the energy cycles of how women operate. And because they know this and they hire so many, even if some of y'all are down because you're during the menstrual phase, they got so many other ones that could pick up the energy. Stop allowing society to use your energy cycles and allowing men who don't care about you to use your energy cycles, and you not understanding how you operate and how you work. You need to know how you are at every phase. Okay. You need to know, and that's going to support you. The third class that you're going to get in that bundle of the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success is going to be the Wealth Alchemy class. Okay. The Wealth Alchemy class is a class where I'm teaching you literally how to calm your nervous system. I'm breaking down the nervous system. I'm breaking down fight or flight. I'm breaking down all these things. So a lot of people will tell you, oh, you need to calm your nervous system. How do you know if your nervous system is calming somebody? I'm going to show you all of these things in that course. I'm breaking all of that down and I'm teaching you how to calm it. Because let me tell you something. The things that are coming and the things that they're doing, the way they throwing things at you about what's happening in society is to get you emotionally riled up so that you act unhinged and so they can make you a physical slave. Because of course, once they put you behind bars, slavery is fine because now you're a slave. They've housed you. You've positioned yourself to show that you can't handle things. You can't handle life. They have a plan for this. So the thing is, if you're not paying attention, if you're not rooted, if you don't know how to calm yourself when things are happening, if you don't know how to get yourself together in a crisis, you're going to crash out. And there's a plan for you for the ones who plan to crash out. They're going to position you, and you're going to not only be a spiritual, mental, emotional slave, you're going to be a physical one too. And then they got the right to it at that point. So the thing is, it's very important for you to know how to calm your nervous system and to be able to still create so you can make cash flow. Because, like I said, statistics are saying by 2027, a lot of people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship. There's also a statistic that says by 2030 that 1 in 2 Americans are going to be have a arrest record or either be felons. They are planning for y'all to crash out. They are planning for you to crash out, become a felon, so they can position you to only work in certain scenarios so you continue to be a slave. So if you're not a prison slave, you're a physical slave. So this course or this bundle, the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success, is going to support you in this season because you're going to need it. So this is for those who are in a 9 to 5 who are wanting to leave their 9 to 5. And this is for those who are already in business and you're not making any money in your business. And you know you need to really get serious because you see what time it is. We are not feeling a lot of the things that are being put in place right now, but in about 3 to 6 months, you're going to feel it. And you're going to wish you had some things situated and set up. And I've been telling y'all for a long time, so don't come back asking me because I've been telling y'all it's a video right now on YouTube. That's the one that got me monetized. The one on YouTube right now where I tell you the vision that I had. And I was crying on the video because I was telling people are going to lose their job. They're going to lose everything because they're not paying attention and because they're not seeing it. And months after that, still people are still coming to me saying, you was right, I lost my job, you told me not to do this, and this happened. Get yourself together. Understand that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being according to Proverbs 8 and 12. Okay, so it's very, very important to understand that those gifts are going to make room for you, but don't chase the money. Get in alignment. Get in alignment with your beliefs. Energetically be where you're supposed to be so you are attractive to income. You are attractive to monetary opportunities, okay? Because again, money locks in with value alignment in high vibrational states. So you need all three. Is it okay to do both? Absolutely. Absolutely. As long as you got the balance together, absolutely. Now, let me go back to this question real quick. I don't know if I can find it. Make sure I click the link in the bio. Oh, the guide is $222. You can get it with client affirm and afterpay. You can get all my products with client affirm and afterpay. So click the link in the bio. Oh, she asked about birth control. Okay. So, and I've had this conversation a little bit about birth control before. Somebody said something about a hysterectomy too. Even if you had you still have a hormonal cycle, and you still need to track that, and you can. So that's not an issue. But for the one who was talking about birth control, they put me on birth control for my hormonal issues initially. When I initially had hormonal issues when I was younger, right? So they put me on birth control. Here's the issue with birth control. That's a problem. And I'm not here to tell anyone not to do birth control. I'm just want to let you know the facts. And like I told you, everything I give you gonna come from scripture, science, and psychology, baby. So you can go check the science on this one. So the first thing that you need to understand about birth control is that it's a false hormone. Okay. So when you're putting a false hormone in your body that is mimicking the actual hormone, the body is trying to figure out what is going on because the body runs on a program. Like food, anything you put in your body is a program. Food is a program. If you eat carrots, it's the reason why you cut a carrot and it kind of looks like an eye. It has beta carotene in it. It's going to go to your liver, and the liver is what produces nourishing blood to your eyes. Okay. So food literally is your medicine. Certain things that look like certain organs, yeah, they're for those things. Okay. So when you put something that's a false hormone in your body is trying to figure out what to do with it, right? It's trying to figure out, does it go here? Does it go there? Should I do this? Should I do that? Where is it supposed to go? So when you put that in your body, it causes a different reaction and it throws the body. Even though it feels like it's putting the body in balance, it actually throws the body out of balance in another way. When you are on birth control, it impacts the way you think, it impacts the way you feel, and women, it even impacts the way you attract. You will attract the wrong type of men because that false hormone throws off your pheromones as well. So it's not just one thing that is doing, for that one thing that it's supposed to be doing, supposed to be fixing your hormones, which is really not doing that, is pacifying. It's just kind of it's pacifying the issue. It's not really getting to the root issue of the problem. So it's just continuing to pacify, and it's throwing you off, which is why women feel moody, which is why all these other things are happening when women are on birth control. And if you are on birth control like Depo-Provera impacts your bones, your bone health. Okay. It impacts your bone health. Women have lost edges. Women have lost teeth. Women have lost bone mass. You understand what I'm telling you? Yes, God, you just said something. Artificial attracts artificial. Anything you attract under false pretenses, you cannot manage and you will not sustain. I say that all the time. That's why I always tell women to be yourself, because anything that you attract under false pretenses, you will not be able to sustain. You're just not going to be able to do that. So when you are having birth control in your body, it has a impact. So the issue is the birth control is not fixing your hormonal issue, it's pacifying it. And the only way to fix your hormonal issue is to get to the root of the issue. And the root of the issue a lot of the time is something is missing from a specific organ that is not getting. And once you start supplying that, things shift and change within the body. It starts to regulate and get back in order. Okay. But that's my whole thing on birth control. So people can do what they want to do, but you need to know, you need to be clear on that. Okay. Birth control threw my hormones off in such a loop. It's been child. They do it. They did it to me, threw me off and caused me further issues. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good on that. They ain't never got to worry about me. Okay. Never. But I talk about your cycle in the Magnetism Reset Masterclass that teaches you how to do and how to align with your cycle, the 4 phases, what you need to be eating, what that looks like. You can click the link in the bio to be able to get access to that. Maybe it has something to do with the pancreas. Pancreas is, when it comes down to polycystic ovarian syndrome and pancreas, that's insulin resistance. It depends on the type of polycystic ovarian syndrome you have, but either way, it still has something to do with issues around the organs. So, from my understanding, with polycystic ovarian insulin resistance specifically, is basically like the pancreas, the body isn't recognizing the insulin, so it's saying, hey, produce more, produce more, produce more, which is why you start swelling and gaining weight and all these other different things. But it's something, why is the body not recognizing it? What is off? What recognizes the type of or recognizes insulin in the body? So you have to start getting to the root of it instead of just trying to pacify it. And that's kind of what happens when you just taking pills consistently. You're not really getting to the root of the issue. It's not really helping you, if that makes sense. Elle, how did you come back from it? Come back from what, boo? What I came back from, girl? Mine is fine as long as I stay on the pills. When I come off of it, it's bad news. You got to deal with what's really going on. You got to deal with what's really going on. Because I was on the pills for a minute too when I was younger. And that was for the reason, because I had a regular cycle. But I'm telling you, as someone who literally, my cycle has been coming consistently for the last 8 years after a 21-year issue, I'm telling you, a lot of it has to do with what is in your body. The cycle runs off chemical energy and emotional energy. So if it's not what you're eating, it's your emotions. Emotions, by definition, is energy in motion. If you have negative energy and motion consistently flowing through your body, it's attacking your organs. This is why it tells you in scripture not to hold on to anger, because anger ruins your liver and anger makes your cramps worse. So if you mad at your baby daddy and you mad at that man and you let it get stored in your body, you cramping, is he worth being cramping over? Is he worth getting sick over? Because that's literally what you give him when you give your energy like that. When you stay in that space like that, that's what you're doing. Come back from hormonal imbalance. I got to the root of the issue. I started living in sync with my cycle. Click the link in the bio and go ahead and get the Wealth Alchemy course and start getting in sync with your cycle and start eating according to your cycle and start taking care of yourself according to your cycle. Start honoring your body, start honoring yourself, start dealing with your emotions and processing them properly so they do not get stored in your womb. Okay? Click the link in the bio to get access. All of them All of my courses and services you can get with Afterpay Client and Affirm Child. So if you could be cute with Fashion Nova and Shein and all that cheap them clothes that's actually making your hormones even worse, but we ain't even gonna get into that. How that fabric be getting on this child. If you can do that, you can get your inner together, okay? Truth, regular for 5 years now. Period. All of it is connected. All of it. Any questions, y'all? Click the link in the bio to get access. Any questions? Any questions? If you are a woman leader who is high performing, you are in a high level role, if you are in business, and you are a high performer, make sure you click the link in the bio to get to sign up for the Magnetic Newsletter. It is a weekly newsletter that goes out. It's amazing information. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just go back to regular fabrics, cotton. I'm not. You. The thing about it is, I'm not saying anything like you don't wear these things. A lot of the material is cheap. You can get it, whatever. But the thing is, and I've gotten some things out there. So I'm not telling you not to do that. But what I'm telling you is for you to be aware. To be aware, because a lot of different fabrics and certain things, candles and other different things impact your hormones, whether you realize it or not. Even down certain type of underwear. I don't recommend women. You got to be really careful with that. Really, really careful with that. Very, very careful. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. You're welcome. Absolutely. Any questions? Any questions? So the goal is to be mindful. So when we're talking about healing our bodies, you want to look at everything from what you eat to what you wear to what you digest mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. All of these things, you want to look at it. You have to look at all of these things. When it comes down to your cycle, it's all about your chemical energy and your emotional energy and how it's impacting the four core organs that have to be working strong in order for your cycle to calm. What about acne? I've tried everything. Get your hormones together, baby. I had a client who came to me who had hormonal acne that she could not get rid of ever since her mother passed away. She worked with me for about 6 weeks and that hormonal acne was gone. But I learned how to get in alignment with your cycle, my love. I had to buy hundreds in skincare because of synthetic cheap clothes. Yeah, it'll do it. Acne is basically like, and I hate to say it like this, it's like your body throwing up on your face. So what's within is trying to come out. That's what's going on. So we got to deal with what's within, my love. Okay. It can. Hormonal imbalance and stress. Another thing too is if your hair has been shedding, you need to ask yourself if you're stressed because that may be a nervous system issue. Having a nervous system issue and constantly being stressed will make your hair thin and fall out. For real. Then we have to get to the root of the issue. The mic went out. Y'all can hear me? Oh, you hear me? Okay. Any other questions before I get ready to go, y'all? Because I'm about to go. Any other questions? Make sure y'all click the link in the bio to get access to the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success. Congratulations to those who have already purchased. Lolita, you will have to get the course Wealth Alchemy that's in the bundle that I'm talking about because I break that entire thing down. So I'm not going to break that down on here. Okay. Anything about allergies? So I'll tell you about myself with allergies. I haven't eaten beef and pork in 20 years. Okay. And my best friend is on here. I rarely, like hardly ever, praise the Most High, get sick. dairy, and beef and pork, certain meats that carry, even shellfish, bottom feeders, that carry more parasites and different things like that. You might want to be easy on that. You might want to be easy on that. And then also, one thing that was very beneficial to me is honey and fresh garlic mixed in, like in the form of mixed together as medicine, and taking a spoonful of that like soon as spring hits or soon as you feel anything, taking that. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. So all those things, bottom feeders, pork, beef, a lot of those things have a lot of parasites in it. I mean, you're gonna find some salmon too. The ocean really is not the vibe because it's very polluted. So a lot of the you have to be careful. Y'all already know not to eat no chicken. I hope y'all know. Don't eat no chicken, don't eat no eggs. You know they're not telling us. Thank you. They're not telling us. Thank you, my love. That's what's going on. You better not eat no chicken, better not eat no eggs, baby. You better be checking their website because you know they don't have to let you know no more. Yep. They not telling y'all that it's stuff in the chicken, not to eat chicken, not to eat eggs. They're no longer reporting nationally when things are wrong. The chicken and eggs got bird flu in it. This tested positive. A lot of them don't eat that. And this was crazy. I've been telling y'all for a while now. I think like maybe like last year, like I start feeling weird, like I wouldn't eat no chicken. I've been eating a lot of lamb. Remember I've been telling y'all that. And guess what? All of a sudden now, eggs and chickens. Better start paying attention. They're not informing you. You have to seek. You have to find. You have to ask. Because you're not gonna know. They're not telling you. Come on from the neighbors. That's what I'm talking about. You better get cool with your farmers. You better get cool with your local farmers. Telling y'all. All right, y'all, I gotta go. I have to go. I'm thinking this may or may not go up on YouTube. If it does, then it'll be up in the morning. Make sure you click the link in the bio to be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Congratulations to those who have purchased the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success. I am excited for you. And let me just say, for those who are on here, I hope that you took this information very serious. I'm not here for claps. I'm not here for approval. I'm not here to be nobody's friend. I'm here on assignment. And I hope you did. I hope you're going to do what you're supposed to do. Because if you don't, you're going to remember what I said. You're going to remember when I said, when everything just continue to do what it do. So I want to see us in a space where we're sustaining, we're calm amidst crisis. Okay? That's what I want for us. I want us still to be operate from a space of wealth because we can. All right? So put down your fear, pick up your faith for real. Pick it up for real. Okay? And stop being out here talking about how spiritual you are and you ain't got no money. Go get it. Get yourself rooted, get yourself in alignment, get yourself together. All right? Has to be that way. Period. Has to be. You got to be rooted. The only way you're going to beat these systems is by understanding and being spiritually rooted. Other way, you ain't going to win. I don't care how hard you fight. I don't care how many protests you do. I don't care. Not happening. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm gone. I will be having feminine science class in the morning at 9 a.m. So if you are enrolled in my feminine science 101 class, I will be teaching feminine science tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can click the link in the bio to be able to get your syllabus for that, and then you also can click the link in the bio to get the cycle syncing success kit, if and that's $55, so you can learn the basis of your cycle and basically understand how your brain works during your cycles, when the creative times are, how your emotions impact your cycle. I do have a kit up there. I think it's 55 or 75, $77. I don't know which one, but you can click the link in the bio to get access to that because you need to know your science as a woman. The reason why society pimp you the way they do is because you don't know your science as a woman. Okay? They just like to tell you about the art of femininity. They don't like to tell you the science. I teach you the science. All right? Okay. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. Go follow me on Threads too, because I'll be dropping some amazing gems on Threads. My same name on all platforms: Threads, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay. Does the kit discuss how to track when not having a cycle anymore? The kit teaches you how to track your hormonal cycle. Even if you don't have a physical cycle, there's a thing in that one, if I'm not mistaken, that lets you track your hormonal cycle. You still have a hormonal cycle that you can track, even if you're not having you're actually, flowing, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I will see y'all next time. Well, I will see y'all, Lord willing, in the morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing evening. Peace, y'all.